Hey, Danny here with PT Biz, and we're in Greenville, South Carolina, checking out Matt Paolillo's place, Reliving Performance. Really cool sublease space, one of the best sublease spaces that I've seen. We're gonna check out what he's doing with the triathlete community here in Greenville, South Carolina, and how he's growing his practice. Let's check it out. All right, Matt, what's going on? All right, cool space. We're here in Greenville, South Carolina, checking out Reliving Performance. This is the coolest sublease space that I've seen. This is basically like your own gym. So we've got, you have your table set up, but you basically have free run of the whole space right here.
Yep.
So, and what are there's a time constraint, I guess that's the like kicker.
Yeah.
So what's the time constraint where you can use this space and actually see your patients?
Yeah, so right now they do like their adult like elite training performance classes like 5 to 7 in the morning, and then they pick up in the afternoon when school gets out from like 3 to 7, 9 o'clock at night. So like my window is like 7 to 3 in the morning or 7 to 3 in the day, Monday to Thursday, but then full access Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Have you guys talked about potentially even doing any sort of like small group training in here that, you know, that, because it would be, I would think, a different population than what they're working with.
Exactly, yeah. So like we literally just had that conversation 2 weeks ago when we were hammering out our new hours for the next couple months. Yeah. And I was like, because she was giving me free access with the way that their summer classes are working from like 6:30 for the whole night. So I was like, well, can I do some like run? I do a lot with runners and endurance athletes. So I was like, can we just do some like strength training classes like specifically for runners and just like fit 15 people in here easily if I wanted to go that big and just kind of like do those group classes that way.
So what are you working with the most? If we take this 80-20 principle, you know, what's the 20% of equipment you're using, you know, the most?
Yeah, so it's the squat racks, the TRX, dumbbells, kettlebells, and that's like the big jam right there. We'll use the monster bands because that's like my like TheraBand sort of access there, which works out super well. Yeah. And then run assessment wise, I have the treadmill there. I have the run sensors that I use for all that sort of jazz. And then if I'm ever doing like bike fitting sort of stuff, I bring my trainer in there.
Oh, so you're even doing bike fits here?
Yeah.
So, so your niche primarily is endurance athletes?
Yeah, triathletes and runners, that's my jam.
What is your goal with this? Are you planning on basically just trying to use this as, you know, another revenue stream? Is it something that you want to help with, you know, like training of that population long term and looking at programming for that? Like what is the point of, you know, really focusing on that?
Yeah, it's kind of a little bit of both because there's a couple bike fitters in the area that use like the super fancy like retool equipment, like sensors like head to toe, and like you're getting like specific moving angles while you're cycling. Wow. And like that's where I go to get my bike fit. That's where I'll send people to go. Like if they're that higher level sort of like performance, like Ironman sort of thing, like hey, these are the people that
where
you
it makes
need
a big
to
difference.
See. Yeah, exactly. And then I talk with one of them, the one that I use, and I'm like, hey, like if you're working with someone and like they're still kind of having some weird pains, like you can't kind of fit, like the bike fit isn't the full answer, like send them to me, like let me get my PT eyes on them and kind of do those changes. And then like I won't like touch their bike fit because they have all the numbers on their computer system. So my idea with my bike fitting is like, hey, like just like your like general active adult sort of thing that you buy your bike from a bike shop and you're like, hey, like I just feel weird. I don't know if it's set for me. Like, hey, come in, like let's do like a little mobility assessment because like you said, the bike fit's the part of it, but if your body can't be in that position, like you're still gonna run into problems, even if it's like the most optimal sort of position there.
Dude, you're gonna crush it, man. Where are you getting most of your patients from? Like where is like most lead, you know, volume coming through?
Yeah, so right now, just like where we're at, it's like mainly runners and also triathletes because like the triathlon season just started last month, so boatload of injuries are coming through the door with the races that are on deck. Right. And then with that, I do a lot with our local running group and a couple with the cycling groups as well. So that's
you're just involved in the community.
Yeah, exactly.
I keep hearing this. Listen, if you're not doing community events, listen, I take it back. You can try to do community events where you're not a part of the community, and I think that doesn't go well. Yeah. Versus if you're like, oh, I do triathlons, I'm part of this triathlon group, I would hang out here anyway. Yeah. That is so genuine in comparison. You know, so if you found that like, the more that you get involved with your niche, the better it is for your business?
Yeah, 100%. Until you do like a 12-minute run test or like a 20-minute FTP test and like really know how much that sucks, like, you're missing, like you can't really connect with someone about like that sort of pain that you're kind of going through. That's a good point. Yeah.
Can you show us what's in your needling bag? Like you got this Patagonia, you say this is my needle and go bag.
Yeah, this is my go bag.
This is for you. So like if you're, you know, mobile, or did you start mobile and then you were working with people this way?
Yeah, I started a little bit hybrid and then I was up in North Carolina doing a run camp for 3 weeks. And I needed to bring this stuff with me that made it kind of waterproof. So this thing like kind of worked out perfectly. So cleaning equipment, all different size needles. I got my
needles in here.
Oh yeah, I got to clean this table. TENS unit for the needling kit, if we're ever going down that route, and then just like a regular TENS NMES unit that I'll use for just that post-op kind of population.
This is awesome, super efficient. So what's like, somebody comes in, let's say I'm a triathlete, you know, and I'm like, all right, I got a knee problem or something like that.
Yeah.
How much are you spending doing manual work? How much are you spending doing movement work?
Depends on where they're at, what they're kind of doing.
Yeah.
Right? It's like I'm never all in on one sort of thing. But it's probably like 25% of that session of that hour. So 15, 20 minutes is going to be some sort of manual work. And then like we're getting off the table and like into the weight training like right away. Like that's my.
Do you like to lead with the manual stuff or finish with the manual stuff?
Usually start with manual, go into exercise, because like we're either using it to like calm something down or get some more range of motion to like do better with weight training sort of thing. But sometimes like most sort of like the post-op population, like we'll do a little stretching, hit some strength training exercises, then end with some stretching or some manual again there as well. But I was in a clinic after residency where I was just seeing like stupid volume all day long, and like I was working 10 hours a day, which turned into like 12 hours a day with commuting, and then I would like go home and document till like 10 o'clock at night. Like it was just like no social life, no personal life at all. So I found this other job where like it was like a complete 180, and I went to seeing like a maximum of like 10 people a day.
This is at a university?
Yep. It was a hospital-based outpatient, like within a university.
Oh, they had like a satellite branch?
So it was a mixture of like the student population and just like your general ortho population at the same time. And then it was like almost like too much of a switch for me on like one end of things. Like kind of like the population, but like wasn't like being stimulated enough.
Didn't feel like you're getting challenged.
Exactly. So I was like, okay, like I think now's the time. Like it's either me, like I can't work with like having a boss and I need to be my own boss, or like I just need to like bite the bullet and just jump into this.
Well, I feel like, you know, there's two different kinds of people. There's people that are like more interested in the business side, and there's like people that are like, they're just like, they love being a clinician. And we've met both just on this trip, you know? So where would you say you fall if you had to like pick one? Are you like, man, I'm definitely more interested in the business side, or like, I'm just a clinician and I want to work with people the way that I feel like I want to work with them?
Pre-mastermind, like I would have said clinician all day long. Like what my like life and business goals have changed in the past 4 months, 5 months compared to what they were, like complete 180. Like love the clinician side. Like my goal was like, hey, like let me just be a rock star clinician to like treat people and let's like get them like the best possible results that they didn't even think were fathomable. And then like when I started the business, I was like, I really like this. Like then I like honed into like all like my childhood experiences, and I was like, yeah, like this.
What do you mean? Were you selling weird shit like candy?
Yeah, I never went down that route, but my dad had his own construction business, so I was like, I saw like that entrepreneurial side of things from there, and like I was just like a big nerd when it came to like just like really liking like looking at profits and numbers and that sort of thing. Like I distinctly remember like getting pumped one year for my birthday. Like I got a calculator that had like the roll of paper in it. I was like, this is the coolest freaking thing in the world. Like what? Like so dumb. And it's like always like had that like weird itch.
That's
and
funny.
then it just kind of like accelerated as this started to grow, and I was like, okay, like what can I do next? Like what can I grow? Like what can we do next from there?
What do you feel like has been the best part?
Yeah, just the ability to, one, treat everyone how I want to treat them. Like the fact that I can see like 4 or 5 people in a day and like be like mentally exhausted from that. But then also just like being able to bridge that gap with the population that I see, because like your general PT clinic, like you're gonna, if your goal is to get back to running, like you might be able to get there, but if your goal is to be able to do a marathon, half Ironman, Ironman, like you need a different level of therapy, like no way around that. So like being able to like get these people to like go to Kona or go to like world champs, it's just like the cool.
I want to like think about 5 years from now. You know, what does reliving look like? Reliving performance in 5 years, if it's a home run, is what?
It's gonna be my own standalone space. Like I want like a big warehouse sort of gym where it's
like this,
like
right?
this,
like,
but bigger.
But
like,
bigger.
Like I want a handful of PTs that are working with me that are like just like-minded individuals, and like putting it all together. So I'm already kind of talking with a nutrition coach, and like we're like affiliating together on that side of things, and he does a lot with like that adolescent world. So I want to have a hub in Greenville for like if you're an endurance athlete, whether or not you need rehab or you're just looking to get stronger or like tune up some stuff on the bike, like this is your place to be. Like the Swamp Rabbit Trail is right there. Like jump off your bike, get your workout in, go on your bike, go home. That side of the back bend.
Dude, this is so cool. This is awesome, man. Thank you so much for showing us your space.
Yeah, man.
This is a really great spot. I know you should feel like really fortunate that you have access to, you know, a space like this and can train as many people as you would like, and really like, what a great city it feels like to be in as well. A fast growing area. You know, so many people that we've met that are here are not from here. It's very similar to Atlanta. It reminds me of like a small Atlanta. And that's exciting, right? Because you see the growth, and I think from the business side, there's just so much opportunity. So that's it, man.
Yeah, man, appreciate it.
Performance here in Greenville. Guys, check this one out. You know, go to his website. If you're also, I'm assuming, going to be hiring here pretty soon. So if it sounds like a place you want to work, definitely go check out Matt and what he's doing here. But as always, thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.